What's up, everyone? Today I'm gonna be making cider and cherry wine under a little bit of influence. We got this red wine over here. Tastes like marker fluid, marker ink. Not good. We got the bowl of cherry, apple juice for the cider, ballons, and we're gonna make some apple cider and some cherry wine. We're gonna see if it works. We also got some yeast. This is dried yeast. ChatGPT said not to use this, but ChatGPT is also not my father, so. Berries, but they are still kind of frozen. Some of them are still kind of frozen, so we're gonna make the apple first. So we get all our ingredients, don't mind this. We get all our ingredients and we turn this on. Let's see. What do I do? I'm a bit confused. Oh shit. So I don't have any of those fucking things, bro. Those things that do the thing. So I'm just gonna have to like figure out how much is 50 grams just using a cup of some sort. It's telling me 50 grams of sugar, and that's how much we're gonna put into here. 1 second, I'm gonna open this. So here it is. Grab our tablespoon. Start adding. 50 grams is a lot of grams, but you gotta realize there's like 50 grams of sugar in one Mars bar. 54, not too bad. So here's what 54 grams of sugar looks like. Anyways, so we open this. So we grab our funnel, put it on top. Just gonna grab this. Here's our yeast. That's probably fucking way more than a quarter of a teaspoon. But that's it. It said to stir it. I'm just gonna shake it. I don't care. Just like gently move it up and down. Damn, that's a lot of sugar in there. That's crazy. That's how easy it is to make alcohol. You just put some yeast in an apple juice thing. How easy is that, huh? Yep, that's pretty much ready now. Next thing, I'm probably gonna crush these. I also will add. Damn, these fucking balloons. Okay. So after a few days, or maybe a day or two, this should inflate. And once it does, I'm gonna poke some holes into it so that the CO2 can escape. Keep this for however long that you need. Just keep it away from light. So that's what we gotta do. Next up, we gotta crush these bad boys. Alright, got my mother to find me the thing. So should have probably washed it first before I used it. Wow. I see why they use their feet for this bullshit. It'd be a bit more fun to stomp on these than to crush them with this thing. So after crushing it a bunch of times with the crusher, this is what the product is. It looks like someone's brain, but it is so delicious. I like tried a bit off the thing. Oh my days. This is like jam. Like you're pretty much just making jam. Anyways, yeah, this stuff looks fucking great. Now it's time to fill up a... Oh, fuck, I'm recording backwards, aren't I? Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna ferment it in one of these things. This used to be a beer bottle. This smells good anymore because I used to alcohol to clean it. Then I was like, wait, the alcohol might kill the yeast, so I washed it. And now, mix sugar with water, put it in there, put it in there. This wine is not good at all. But it's in theme, so that's what matters. What do? We put water and sugar. Need a liter of water, apparently. This looks like a lot more than... But you know what? Let's actually check how much fucking grams we have here. Shit. It's nearly 2 kgs, bro. What? Only needed like 500 grams. Cheers. So, I don't know. Hey, yo, bro, we gonna figure this shit out. This used to be fucking, boiling. It said we need sterile water. I'm not gonna waste drinking water. I'm just gonna use boiling. Well, boiled water. Sterilized water. Oh, there's some sugar excess, whatever the fuck, over. Whatever. Anyways, I don't know how many grams of sugar I need. Let me check. Oh wait, no, I don't need a liter of water. I need to add it up to a liter of water. A liter of volume. So this is all just too hot for me. Anyways. Whatever, I need like what? Fuck, how many grams do I need? Okay, 75 to 100 grams. We're probably gonna aim for 100. Just because, hey, but I don't want this shit to taste bad. Who knew there was so much sugar in fucking alcohol? Well, to be fair, the yeast does eat it, so that's quite a lot. I don't know why it wants me to have so much sugar. That probably has already so much fucking sugar in it anyway. But, you know, I'm not gonna fucking disagree. I guess I mix 100 kgs of water. I actually didn't need to do that, so I'm just gonna, since I'm not bothered to boil more water, I'm just gonna... Oh, I'm a lot over. Okay, so now we need the sugar into the water. Jeez, that's a lot of sugar. Bro, if I had that, I would get sick. Oh, what the heck? That water is literally just sugar. Sugar water. Now I'm gonna check what the fuck to do else. So the next thing that we do is take a swig. We pick our container, which is this thing. Reset this thing. We then add the water. Sugar water. And then we add the period blood. Make sure you take a swig. You grab your spoon. And we start adding bits and pieces of the mixture. 300 grams here. We fill up our funnel and we do the same process. We start stabbing. We stab. I'm gonna stab until we have at least like 500 grams, whatever. Once we have 500 grams, I'm gonna add some water. Once that happens, I don't know. We'll add some yeast, I guess. Just because I haven't added yeast yet, so now we have 466 grams. Smells pretty good. We have around a third of the bottle full. I'm gonna add some more. I'll come back when I'm done. So right now we have 588 grams. A bit more than half full. The top half is cold and the bottom half is warm. It makes no sense. Life is a strange dilemma that we all live in. We are going to use some sterile water to fill this up to 1 liter. And so, wash away our sins. The beauty of this is that I don't have any yeast in here, so nothing can really die, even if it's too hot or too cold. But yeah, so now we have 1 liter of cherry, water, and sugar. So we're gonna start mixing so that we can get an even spread across. We do have our cider. You know, we're gonna see if it tastes good. I don't know if it's gonna taste good because I'm using dried yeast and not alcohol yeast. So, but you know, I'm just trying to show y'all that it's possible to be an epic cat when you don't have alcohol yeast. Here's our product. You can't really see it. It smells pretty cherry. And it's probably pretty red. I'm gonna do a little test to show y'all. As you can see, it's red. It's good. See a little bit red. All red. So that's gonna be wine in a few days. I don't know how much yeast we need to add. We grab our funnel, our trusty funnel. Just gonna, okay, so we have 1 liter and 1 gram. Just gonna 3 grams of yeast. Close it up. Then we gotta mix it. So we just go very gently. We might grab a balloon. You know, I'm gonna just grab a red one for cherry. We're gonna open the top. Smells like cherry. That's good. And just like Insect said, just put it on top. And there we go. In a few days, this is gonna expand, and we're gonna put a few holes in it so it doesn't explode. I'm gonna do a second bottle. All right, so I've done the process with this one, but I feel like 100 grams is a lot of sugar. I might be wrong, but I've only put 50 in this one, and we're gonna see if it's gonna be harsher, if it's gonna be sweeter, if it's gonna be better, if it's gonna be worse. But anyways, I was shaking it up. Smells like cherry. It's red as well. I've put a lot less than I usually would, just because I want to see the difference between putting a lot of sugar and a lot of yeast, and a little bit of sugar and a little bit of yeast. This one's gonna be the one with low sugar. Low sugar, low yeast. It's gonna be white. So we put that one there. Low sugar, low yeast. High sugar, high yeast. Apple cider. And yeah, it should be pretty alcoholic and pretty strong and pretty nice and pretty good. Cheers, guys. So I've created the 3 concoctions. Because I'm a paranoid person and I didn't show this, I might as well show it in the video. A very important step is to either grab a thumbtack or a needle and poke a few holes. This ensures that the bottle or the balloon doesn't blow up because the CO2 has nowhere to escape, okay? It's actually kind of wild. I can already feel kind of the balloon getting a little bit more, you know, filled up. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. Yeah, if you did everything correctly, and if you, in a day or 2 or 3, the balloon should fill up, and you should just smell kind of like a bready smell. That's like it's full and it's going to look like this, and it should empty. If it didn't, you did something wrong and your yeast is dead and you suck at making alcohol. So I'm gonna do a second video for me taste testing them. So we'll see that in a few days.
So I just woke up. I know I've pretty much ended the video, but I've just woken up, walked into my kitchen. I forgot I even did this. Like this was not on my mind at all. I go check. Good thing I put holes in these. The only one you can really tell that has holes is this one. But yeah, good thing I put fucking holes in it, because if I didn't, you know. So yeah, that's what your thing should look like. I was just squeezing them just to see if there's actually holes in them, just to make sure. But yeah, they should expand. As you can see, this one is already getting back up. Actually, one bad thing is that you're supposed to keep them out of the light, which is also kind of why I used black bottles. I don't know if that helps at all, but yeah, comment down below if you enjoyed the process. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do a part 2. Once these are done, I'm gonna taste test them and see if they're good. Hopefully they are. Cherry should be good. Apple cider should be good. The only thing is that there's 2 liters of cherry, and if the cherry one isn't good, I'm gonna fucking cry. Anyways, I'm gonna go get my day started. Not yap. But yeah, if you enjoyed, give me a like. If you didn't, don't. And yeah, I'll see y'all in like a few days, maybe a month, depending on how long I want to keep this shit. But yeah, bye bye.